Vietnam Holding is an investment company, which holds a concentrated high-conviction portfolio of Vietnamese stocks. Its shares have been listed on the London Stock Exchange since its inception in 2006 with the ticker VNH, and the portfolio has been managed by Dynam Capital since 2018. The portfolio size allows the manager to be flexible in the portfolio selection and rotation. Vietnam Holding makes distributions to its shareholders through regular share buybacks. It has also introduced an innovative annual redemption feature. In this video, we discuss the key points of its investment story. Vietnam enjoys several secular macroeconomic tailwinds. It is attracting significant foreign direct investment inflows, predominantly in manufacturing, as global giants are diversifying their supply chains. Vietnam has adopted an open trade policy, tightening its relationships around the globe. As a result, trade represents twice Vietnam's GDP. Vietnam is also a young country, with median population age of 32.5 years and an employment-to-population ratio of 73%, compared to the global average of 55%. Strong economic growth, paired with favorable demographics, translates into a rapidly growing middle class and domestic spending. Vietnam Holding invests in high-conviction stocks in a dynamic market. It seeks out small and medium companies that have the potential to double their earnings in 4 to 5 years, as well as best-in-class blue chips. It invests solely in companies meeting their strict criteria regarding ESG practices, including in particular with respect to disclosures and market communication. This creates a relatively narrow investable universe of between 60 and 80 stocks, out of around 400 quoted on the Ho Chi Minh Stock Exchange. Vietnam Holding selects between 25 and 30 stocks to actively trade in, with its portfolio turnover at around 30 to 40% in any given year. This translates to a high active share against Vietnam's all-share index, normally around 75%. ESG criteria are at the forefront of its investment strategy. Despite investing in minority stakes, it has an active approach to helping its portfolio companies improve their ESG credentials. Vietnam Holding and Dynam Capital's representatives regularly advise portfolio companies and participate in many related conferences and events. The CIO of Dynam Capital is co-founder of the Vietnam Institute of Directors. The company has been a signatory of the United Nations Principles for Responsible Investing since 2009. Finally, the ESG profile of the company's portfolio is periodically evaluated by an independent advisor. Vietnam Holding's manager focuses on Vietnam's industrialisation, urbanisation and rise in domestic consumption. The strong foreign direct investments in Vietnam's manufacturing sector has driven the country's industrialisation and the development of a large ecosystem of supporting businesses. The company has exposure to the theme predominantly through industrial parks and logistic companies. A prime example of this is an operator of 8 ports as well as a vast logistics network. Growing urbanisation creates additional demand and investment opportunities across a broad variety of sectors, including housing, transportation and convenience stores. Vietnam Holding benefits from this trend primarily through investments in real estate developers and banks. Finally, its strategy is to seize opportunities arising from the growth in disposable income of Vietnam's population and the associated increase in sales of retail chains. Vietnam Holding has significantly outperformed Vietnam's equity markets in each calendar year in the period 2020 to 2023, highlighting the investment manager's stock-picking expertise. According to Dynam Capital, the company's nimble size allows it to be dynamic within the investment environment. The manager's ability to swiftly reposition its portfolio is illustrated by its 2022 activity, when it sold its stakes in the main housing developers, thus avoiding the worst of the turmoil that later hit some of the companies within this sector. If you want to learn more about Vietnam Holding, please visit www.edisongroup.com.